Hello, my name is Janet Gill and I will be presenting to you Diego Rivera. Diego Rivera was born on December 8, 1886 in Guanajuato, Mexico. At an early age, he discovered his passion and admiration for art. At the age of 10, with a government scholarship, Rivera went to study art at the San Carlos Academy of Fine Arts in Mexico City. In 1907, Rivera was able to travel to Europe to continue with his studies. He studied in Spain and Paris. While in Paris, he became friends with Pablo Picasso, Georges Braque, and other modern painters. By 1917, he abandoned the Cubism style and moved to the post-impressionist of Paul Cézanne, adopting a visual language of simplifying forms and bold areas of color. It was after Rivera moved to Paris where he met Angelina Beloff, an artist from the pre-revolutionary Russian Empire. They married on 1911 and had a son named Diego, who was born on 1916. Unfortunately, he died when he was 2 years old. During this time, Rivera also had a relationship with painter Maria Vorobiev-Estavelska, who gave birth to a daughter named Marica Rivera in 1918. Rivera divorced Beloved and then returned to Mexico. In 1921, when Rivera had already returned to Mexico, where he sought to create new national art on revolutionary themes that would decorate public buildings in the wake of the Mexican Revolution, he painted his first important mural called Creations from 1922 to 1923, which was located in the Bolivar Auditorium of the National Preparatory School in Mexico City. It was during this time in Mexico that he married Guadalupe Marin in June 1922. They had two daughters, one named Ruth, the other one named Guadalupe Rivera. Rivera was still married with Marin when he met Frida Kahlo in Mexico City. Frida and Diego began a passionate affair, and after he divorced Guadalupe Miren, he married Kahlo on August 21, 1929. He was 42 years old and she was only 22. Rivera continued painting different political murals around Mexico, but in 1930 he traveled to the United States where he painted murals for the following 4 years. He did a mural for the California School of Fine Arts in San Francisco in 1931, the Detroit Institute of Art on 1932, which is one of his most famous and recognized murals. He also did the famous Rockefeller Center in New York City, painted on 1933. The Rockefeller mural called Man at the Crossroads was controversial because Rivera painted Vladimir Lenin, who was the Russian communist leader. Rivera included Lenin in his piece to portray the turbulent political atmosphere at the time. The Rockefeller disliked that Lenin was on the painting, and in 1934 he ordered the demolition of the Man at the Crossroads. Even though the Man of the Crossroads was destroyed in New York City, Rivera was able to reproduce it at the Palace of Fine Arts in Mexico City. Like many of Rivera's paintings, the flower carrier is full of symbolism and meaning. The colorful painting shows a peasant man in white clothing with a big yellow sombrero struggling on the floor trying to get up. The dramatically oversized basket of flowers that is strapped to his back with a sling shows the oppression of the indigenous community. A woman, most likely the peasant's wife, is helping him get on his feet. While the flowers in the basket are beautiful to the viewer, the man does not see the beauty, but only their value as he carries them to the market for sale or exchange. We can see the similar symbolism on the painting of the Vendedora de Flores or the Flower Vendor of 1941. Around this time, Diego and Frida were having marriage difficulties, since their mutual infidelities and violent temper of Diego resulted in divorce in 1939. But the separation did not last long when they remarried December 8, 1940 in San Francisco, California. Sueño de una tarde dominical en la Alameda Central, or Dream of a Sunday afternoon in the Alameda Central. This mural was painted between the years 1946 and 1947 in Mexico City. The mural displays famous people and events in the history of Mexico. The center of the mural is dominated by the elegant dress a skeleton La Calavera Catrina, holding arms with the Mexican graphic artist who first conceived and drew her, José Guadalupe Posada, which is in a black suit and cane. On La Catrina's right, she is holding hands with the child version of Diego Rivera in short pants. Rivera's wife, Frida Kahlo, has her hand on Rivera's shoulder and she is holding a yin and yang device. Frida Kahlo died on July 13, 1954. Rivera was devastated by the death of Frida. He never really recovered from his loss, but he later remarried, just a year after Frida's death. On July 29, 1955, he married Emma Hurtado, whom had been his agent since 1946. Although weak, he continued to paint. Here we see his last painting called The Watermelons. Diego Rivera died of heart failure on November 24, 1957. Diego Rivera is considered the greatest Mexican painter and muralist of the 20th century. He had a profound effect on the international art world. Among his many contributions, Rivera is credited with the reintroduction of fresco painting into modern art and architecture.